Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Tuesday, July 22nd, a little after 4:30 in the afternoon. Markets closed at 4, and this is the video where we will cover the three Roundhill 0DTE funds, QDTE, which is the NASDAQ Innovation 100, XDTE, the S&P 500, and RDTE, the Russell 2000. As always, just a reminder, I'm on X at ETF_inspector, just in case you're new. Or you might be like me and old and just refuse to ever create an account until May of 2025 and just now getting into it. But for these videos specifically, every morning I post the 0DTE trades performed by the pros over at Roundhill, in case you want to see how they're doing, or just in case you wanted an idea for the strike price that they liked, if you want to trade alongside of them. But let's take a look. So I can make the videos early when the indexes don't cross over our sold strikes, because there's nothing, I don't have to wait it out to see what we're going to have to pay to close things out, and that was the case. The NASDAQ was down a little, and S&P was nearly flat, just barely in the green, and the Russell 2000 had a good day. So you'll see on the thumbnail, all right, QDTE will be highlighted red, where XDTE and RDTE will be in green. Start with the trades. QDTE is the most popular, it has the most money in it, so we'll start there and work our way down. Today's trade, they chose 23,220 as the strike price on the sale of the calls, 356 contracts, collecting $7.10 premium per share. 23,220. We can take a look up here, or we can, just in case that update isn't finalized, and we look 23,063, nowhere near the 23,220. So they got to keep, didn't have to pay anything to close it out. Don't know why that's shrunk. So they kept the full 252,000. So for the week, we're up over $700,000 of profit on QDTE. Their holdings download has not updated all day today. So when I download, right, I'll show you. We scroll down, click on download CSV. If you notice QDTE ETF holdings, and then there you go. You can see the 7/21/25, even though today's the 22nd. So this is still the same download as yesterday. I've downloaded it 3 times now. So it's nothing new. They're not updating the information. I've already checked it. So realistically, they don't really change that much day to day anyway. We watched their trades. They didn't have to pay anything to close them out. So only thing it's going to do is the values fluctuate slightly. These are so far in the money, they're valued at 20,000 plus. So they don't fluctuate a ton. They fluctuate slightly based on up if the index went up, and down if the index went down. Small trade changes in the cash, and if they bring money in or put it out. And of course, if more people buy into the fund. So 827 million managed in the fund. QDTE looks like it just barely outperformed the NASDAQ. If you look on Yahoo or the finance app, it looks like they were pretty much even, practically even with the S&P and XDTE, and pretty even as well on the Russell. Tomorrow is Declaration Day, so just a reminder, my guess for QDTE was about 23.75 cents. All right, next we'll go over to XDTE. All right, they sold calls at 63.25. We'll use this just in case. 63.25. It closed at 63.09. Again, not really close, not so close that we have to worry about letting things finish. So 0 to close out, keeping the full 142,000. We're up over 350,000 profit collected on the week. And that sounds like a lot less, but if you notice, QDTE's got 23 million shares to spread that out with. XDTE's got 9 million shares to spread it out with. So they don't need to make as much dollar amount in order to have as nice of a distribution. Again, like I said, things weren't updating. The fund and the index practically even with each other, and the estimate that we will find out the definite answer tomorrow morning, but 25.6125 is my guess there. Getting silly with the 6 digits after the decimal point, but I use a lot of averages from their other numbers and whatnot. So 406,000 assets under management in XDTE, and then finally RDTE. Selected 2250. This one was the closer one. I could have started making the video even sooner, but I was just keeping an eye on those little final ticks. But 2248, so under the 2250. Not having to worry about closeout prices. So 0 to close out. Got to keep the full 100,000. Collected $1.58 per share on 634 contracts on this morning's sale. They're up over 225,000 collected and kept so far for the week. RDTE, even less than half the size of XDTE, only has 4.1 million shares. So again, don't have to make nearly as much money dollars-wise in order to be able to pay out that premium. Yeah, these are still updating. So as we already saw, RDTE did not beat the Russell 2000 that handedly. It was very close, within 200ths. Those last couple of cents for some reason take forever to update. Guess over here was 26.5 cents roughly, and there's 141 million managed in the fund. This one happens to be lately paying the highest annual yield percentage, 40%, whereas XDTE's been 30 and QDTE was around 35. Yep. So that's it. So another win for us. You know, nothing big, but we'll take wins. We'll take keeping all the profit. We'll come back tomorrow. If you watch out on X, I will repost as soon as I see, where is it? As soon as I see the Roundhill announcement. Here's what it looks like. All right. I'll also repost the Yield Max announcement just in case you like them too. They look more like this. All right. And then I will post the trades for the day, and then we'll make another video tomorrow afternoon talking about how they did, and we'll also take a look at how the declaration comes out compared to our estimates and percentage-wise how things are looking. So that's it. Have a nice rest of your night, and good luck trading tomorrow.